Hello everybody, welcome to a new tutorial from Sound for More. It's Leo speaking. Today we are celebrating World Music Day, and Bleass released a fantastic new analog mono synth to celebrate the Music Day, and it's completely free of charge, so it's fantastic. Before I continue, I would like to remind my viewers to subscribe as it helps with growing the channel. Thank you very much. So I'm not going to go through a full explanation of how the synth works, as if you have used other synths like Bleass Alpha or Bleass Omega, well, you will find the controls really similar or identical in some cases, and in my view the UI is super easy to use, super intuitive. So by all means, just to check some of the other tutorials which I have created on Bleass Alpha and Omega, because you will find those very helpful as well in terms of understanding how Bleass Monolit works. So, but I'm just going to give you a little bit a quick overview. Okay, so first of all, it's available on iOS and also desktop version. It works also as an AUV3 as well, or in standalone, as I'm using it at the moment. And it is in standalone because I have I can maximize the screen really, so you can see better. So it sounds really nice. You have deep sounds, really deep, and if you, as always, click on the name of the preset here, you can have access to all your banks and all your presets. Of course, you can save new preset, import them, export them, delete them, all the user stuff, and also check your favorite, and also go by in different categories of preset, as it normally works for the Bleass applications. It sounds really nice. As always, here you have a dice to randomize parameters, so to give you a little bit of inspiration, right? Be careful, of course, to the volume, because of course parameters are randomized, so you might find that the volume goes up straight away depending on how the parameters have been randomized. Of course, you have your usual Ableton link here options, your transport control, of course you on standalone mode, your tempo, which you can increase up and down. You have your setting for audio MIDI, as normally it is for Bleass application. You can share preset, and also you can get more preset, and you have a nice a Rusty machine pack available as well. Just enter your email and then you receive a link where you can actually then download it, and it will open up automatically Monolit to actually download the pack, and then it will become available right here, Rusty machine, right? And there are really nice bases that these synth can create. So really nice. So I really suggest you download it and also show your support, particularly on Music Day. In terms of user interfaces, as I mentioned at the beginning of the video, it's very simple. It takes from Alpha and also Omega. If you go to General, you have your output, your setting, okay, and with the usual dial, you have setting for your voice, like detuning, vibrato, and the amount, setting for your pitch bend, and also your glide, and if you want to retrigger on and off. Nice, here you have your unison as well. And let me actually go to all, and we go up to the top, and let's see if we can find, for example, the default. Okay, and actually we remove the category base and we click default. Okay. Nice, here you have the unison, as I was saying. You can detune, of course, and here you can select target. So it can go against oscillator 1 and 2, or only oscillator 1, or only oscillator 2, and then back to oscillator 1 and 2. You have this section of modulation, exactly the same as in other application from Bleass. So for modulation wheel, you can set a destination, like for example, vibrato amount, and set the amount here as well. So if in this case I move the modulation wheel, you have vibrato. You have 2 destination here. You can do the same for slide and also pressure as well. And then here you have your typical Bleass alpha or omega arpeggiator. You can turn it on and off, select the octave, the gate, the repeat, number repeating. You can go up and down, only up, only down, random. You synchronize it to sync a bit and set the rate as well. So a lot of different options. So if you use the previous up from Bleass, you will be very familiar. And of course down here you have your keyboard. Okay, you can go up and down octave. You have modulation wheel and your pitch bend here as well. You have your scale, so you can select chromatic or diatonic, of course, and then you can select major or minor as well, and of course your key here in the middle as well. You have your MPE view where you can have setting for glide, slide, and pressure as well. Your scroll, so you can scroll up and down for the keyboard, and then of course you can hold the note. Okay, and so very standard Bleass. But the cool thing is when you go here to oscillators, so these are the parameters for oscillator number 1. So you can set your square wave, and you can change the shape here. You can have triangle, of course, and so, and noise. The great thing here is on oscillator 1 is that you combine all of those. You can set the octave for all of them and also fine tuning as well. Double click to go back to the defaults as normal. And then you can activate oscillator number 2. You gave it some gain. Octave, fine tuning, and then the type of wave. But in this case, of course, you move from one wave to the other. You don't have combined waves like in oscillator number 1. And even more interesting, you have a frequency modulation here, which is really nice. You set the type of wave, the amount here, and then the octave, and then which target, which can be both oscillators or only one, for example. So up to you. Here you have your typical ADSR for your attack, decay, sustain, and release. With nice, it still gives you the representation of the envelope as you created, of course, like so. You can see it's changing. You can also set the setting for velocity as well. So really nice, straightforward. And then you have your filter modulation page. Here you can set your filter on and off. If you want to have drive, keyboard, tracking, then you can change the curvature here or take one from the templates. And in the middle here you have the standard LFO from Bleass. Okay, type of waveforms here, the sync, the rate, the amount, and 2 targets here, and also an offset as well in terms of where the LFO starts. And then you have an envelope as an assignable envelope generator, which you can assign to 2 targets here, and you can do similar assignment as per the ADSR here on the previous page. Something I really like is that you can say, for example, target here, let's go to FM amount, okay, and you will see here down on the amount a little vertical bar showing that it is influenced by that envelope. Let me change that amount to 100%, otherwise it will not work. You can see the bar coming up. And of course, you can set it differently. You can say down this to 0. We have more decay, for example, like so. Let's have a look. It's going down quickly. And of course, it's on top of the default amount that you have on frequency modulation in this case. But of course, you can assign different targets, so you can choose the one you like. So that's really nice. And of course, up here, you have the different settings for the keyboards, which is nice if you want to perform live. So typical, again, Bleass apps, user interface and settings for your keyboard. So in essence, that is Monolit. So it's really, really is a nice thing, synth, and of course, completely free. Comes with a lot of presets, which is really nice. So just enjoy trying some of those. Of course, it's mono, but it works as an AUV3, so you can load multiple instances inside, for example, your DAW or something like AUM or Cubases or whatever you like, and therefore take full advantage of different instances as AUV3 for your composition. So it's really, really nice. If you like Monolit, I strongly recommend that you actually download also the other apps from Bleass, because they are really, really nice. Monolit takes that analog sound from Bleass Alpha, but also with some of the characteristics like FM from Omega, which is really, really nice as a combination. Yes, it's mono, but as I said, you can use a multiple UV3 inside your preferred host and generate really, really nice composition, really, because it comes with a lot of preset already loaded in. And you can see typical presets also from Red Sky, Lullaby, Electronic Sounds, Sound Test Room, and also the beta community. So a lot of presets. Okay, I'm going to stop here. Enjoy Music Day and enjoy this fantastic 100% free app from Bleass. So thank you very much, Bleass, for creating Monolit. Thank you. See you next time. Bye.